Aqua friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Nicole Cortemash, and today we are going to do this cute little Halloween card. It's a nice and simple way to use up scraps around your house. Very simple to do and so much fun, and even more fun inside. So let me break down the supplies for you. I actually just found a scrap piece of watercolor paper because, as you can see, it's quite small. So any scrap piece of watercolor paper. Then I have some black cardstock and some white cardstock. Okay, the black cardstock is for the card itself to hold your artwork, and then the white cardstock is for the inside of the card. Now, in order to apply your artwork, I use double-sided tape. If you don't have double-sided tape, no big deal. I like it because it's a nice clean finish. You could also use glue. Any white glue will do. Let's talk about color. For the color, I used the Brusho crystals, and this is orange, and a little goes a long way. So a trick for you is just to take a thumbtack and make a hole in the top of the Brusho. Okay, and then it'll sprinkle out very delicately, and like I said, a little goes a long way. I thought it would be fun to have that spurts of orange kind of going all these directions. You could use a straw if you don't have a blower. And then for the inside of the card on the skull's polka dotted bow, I used transparent Pyro Orange. I used lamp black for the jack-o'-lantern and a little bit of violet for the skull on the inside of the card. I also used a marker, nice and simple, with some stencils. I got these on Amazon, and you guys, I can't remember how much it was, but I don't think it was more than like 10 or 15 bucks. And there's a ton of them. Like, look how cute these are. And they have all these faces. So I just ended up picking a face. I could have done a pumpkin too. Look how cute that is. I mean, these are just adorable. Halloween's my favorite time of the year. So there's like a lot of goofy ones, like just super cute, guys. I'll have the link for that in the description below, so you can check that out. I did use some stamps. You could make your own artwork, and you could take a white gel pen if you don't have any stamps to make this effect too. So even though you might not have the exact same thing, you look around your house in your kids' craft supplies, I'm sure that you will find some stuff that would surprise you. So I love the Tim Holtz stampers, and I did the cobwebs with white and with the spider web, and then the inside skull, and then I had some other smaller ones that I did this. And then the stencils I used for the Happy Halloween. Then you just want to look for embellishments around your house. Buttons, okay? So you could embellish your work, and then how I attach the buttons, you could use regular white glue, or I used a glue gun. And this is really super small, mini glue gun, super inexpensive, and you probably already have one at home. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing I do is tape down all four sides of my little mini painting with MT washi tape. So we're going to spritz our watercolor paper with a little bit of water and sprinkle on your Brusho. If you're not using Brusho, you could use regular orange watercolor paint as well. And you can spread it around with either this blower or a straw will also give you that same effect. So I am just cleaning things up and I'm going to let it dry. Next comes the jack-o'-lantern face. I taped on the face of my choice onto my little mini painting, and I am just coming in with a very thick consistency of black paint to paint the face. This is going to be a one-layer painting with the black. I'm not going to have to go over it again because of the consistency. I am using a very thick, creamy consistency of paint, and it's doing a very good job of covering it very well. Gently peel off your stencil, and you are left with this cute little boo face. So once that dries completely, we could start assembling our card. I'm deciding on where I'm going to put my little mini painting, and I'm going to add in some cobwebs for another artistic flair in the background of my card. You could also use a white gel pen, like I was saying, and draw your own cobwebs would be cute as well. So I'm playing around with some ideas of where I would like to put these elements. Once I decided, I'm just going to put my double-sided tape on. You could also use regular white glue, will also work. And then I just start assembling these elements. As I'm putting on this orange ribbon, and you want to leave a gap so that you could bring it around the other side as well, because you want nice clean edges, and that's going to be covered up by the white cardstock once we put that on the inside of the card. So putting glue onto my mini painting, and I'm positioning that. Taking my cute little saying, putting some tape on that as well, and applying my message. So deciding on another final embellishment, and decided on the black button. Using a little bit of a more hardy glue for this, I decided to use my mini glue gun. Now, working on the inside of the card, this actually is not watercolor paper, it's just cardstock, even though I did end up adding a little bit of watercolor elements to the inside. But very light, and it turned out to be fine on this cardstock, which is a little heftier than regular paper. So I'm just tracing out my message with a marker. Taping your stencil in place will help prevent it from shifting. And because I love this bow tie so much, I love this cute polka dotted bow tie. So I went with orange for Halloween, of course. Yay! And I love orange and purple together. I just love that combination, and it's just very Halloweeny, if that's a word, Halloweeny. So I'm just drying that real quick. So first I'm wetting my skull, and then I'm adding just a very light, drippy, spooky little mess there. Just a little touch of color. It's kind of cute. Just picking up any excess water, since, like I said, this isn't watercolor paper. But a little bit of water isn't going to hurt this cardstock. It could handle it. Putting a few more little boo treats on there. Yeah. Send your private message to your loved one. The last thing is positioning the white cardstock on the inside of the card. So with any adhesive of your choice, you just want to make sure that it's really well centered and that both fold lines meet up. So just make sure that you have that really well centered. I try to line that up first before I go and smooth it out on the edges. And that's it. That's how you make this cute little card. I hope you guys enjoyed today's tutorial. Happy Halloween, everyone. I love you guys. I'll see you next week.